Hey, good morning and welcome back to Devoted Faith. It's that time of year when you start feeling the excitement of the holidays all around, right? You feel it. You go into the stores, you see it, you feel the holidays all around. In fact, the other day, my son, when he woke up, he looked out and he saw snow on the ground. He came running in and saying, Daddy, Daddy, hey, it's Christmas time. Can we put up the tree and have eggnog? Now, he's only 3. So I tried to explain to him that it's only November 3rd, buddy, all right? So we have a little bit of time until we put the tree up. But even at 3 years old, he knows what tradition is. And that a tradition is something that we do year after year. And the Christmas tradition in the Willette's house is where we have Christmas music playing and we all have eggnog and we decorate the house and put up the Christmas tree. And so the kids look forward to it all year. It's an exciting time. And traditions are great. They really are. But when it comes to our walk with Christ, we actually need to be aware of the tradition trap. In fact, in Mark 7, we see that the Pharisees are still trying to capture Jesus and breaking the law of the day. They're trying to trip him up and catch him in this trap. And they actually saw an opportunity to catch him when some of his disciples were eating bread with unwashed hands. And they said that's not right because all Jews must carefully wash their hands and keep the tradition of the elders, something that has been done for years and years. Now we know this didn't have anything to do with the personal hygiene of the disciples, but it had everything to do with them not following these rules that started as a tradition and that were put in place by man. And so it says in Mark 7:5, the Pharisees and the scribes asked him, why do your disciples not walk according to the tradition of the elders, but eat their bread with impure hands? And he said to them, rightly did Isaiah prophesy of you, hypocrites, as it is written, this people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far away from me. But in vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the precepts of men. Neglecting the commandment of God, you hold to the tradition of men. Jesus got to the point where he had enough of these religious leaders, and he shows them that they're using God's word like a wheelbarrow. They just push it wherever they want it to go, and they use it for their advantage. And so he goes on to show them that by obeying and focusing on these traditions that they're so focused on, they're actually breaking God's law. Now, as we come to today, more in our context, in our culture, we still need to be so careful that we don't fall into this trap of merely worshiping with our lips and our actions, and that we don't fall into a legalistic mindset by adding man-made traditions and rituals to the actual law of God. But instead, we really should have a genuine praise and honor given to him by the way we worship him in our heart, not just by what we say or by the way we act, but what's in our heart. Because true purity and really the worship, it's an inward love. It's not just actions. Technically, that inward love by God, that change of heart that we have towards God, the outflow will be our outward actions. But it doesn't start with the outward actions. So this week, I want to challenge us to focus on having a heart change for God. Don't just go through the actions and the motions. Don't know what to say, all the right things to say, but truly have a heart change for God. And be careful not to fall into this trap of judging others as well by man-made tradition and legalism. But find freedom because Jesus Christ died on the cross to give us that freedom. And we can live righteously and pleasing to God by obeying and trusting in his word. So let's do that this week, and I hope you have an awesome week. God bless.